What if I told you that somewhere on this planet, right now, there are birds with feathers that shine like polished metal? Giant parrots so heavy they can no longer fly. And birds so intelligent they can perfectly imitate the sound of a roaring chainsaw, car alarms, and even human voices? It sounds impossible. It sounds like science fiction. Like something imagined for a movie or a video game. But it's not. Some of these birds look as if they were designed by an artist with unlimited creativity. Others appear as if nature itself decided to break every rule it ever made, just to see what would happen. And yet. 1. Wilson's bird of paradise, Cicinurus respublica. You might think you're watching an animation. A CGI creation. Something designed on a computer. But this creature is real. Wilson's bird of paradise is one of the most vivid and visually shocking birds on Earth, a living artwork shaped by evolution itself. It looks as if nature dipped its brush into every color of a digital palette and refused to hold back. A sapphire blue head, polished like a gemstone. A glowing yellow crown, almost neon in the jungle light. A deep crimson chest, rich and intense. And 2 curved tail feathers, floating behind it like perfectly styled mustaches suspended in mid-air. This bird exists in only one place on the planet, 2 tiny Indonesian islands, Waigeo and Batanta. That's it. Nowhere else. Its world is the dense, humid heart of tropical rainforest, where it stays hidden among tangled leaves and shadows. For decades, this secrecy made it almost impossible to film in the wild, a myth whispered about by biologists and explorers. But its greatest wonder isn't just how it looks. It's how it performs. When mating season arrives, the male becomes both architect and dancer. He carefully clears a patch of forest floor, removing every leaf, every twig, creating a perfect natural stage. Then he takes his position. And the performance begins. Jumps. Bows. Sharp, precise head movements. A hypnotic, almost mechanical choreography, all executed with absolute focus. Above him, a single female watches silently from a branch. And if she isn't impressed, he erases the stage, cleans it again, and performs the entire routine from the beginning. Despite its unreal beauty, Wilson's bird of paradise is classified as near threatened, its future endangered by deforestation and habitat loss. A living jewel. A fragile masterpiece. A powerful reminder that the most extraordinary creations on Earth. 2. Kakapo, Strigops haberptilus. Imagine a parrot. The size of a house cat. Now imagine that parrot cannot fly. It moves only after sunset. And instead of smelling like feathers or forest, it smells sweet, like flowers. This is the kakapo. One of the strangest evolutionary experiments ever to walk the Earth. The kakapo is found nowhere else but New Zealand, a land that, for millions of years, had no native land mammals. In this predator-free world, birds ruled the forest floor. And the kakapo adapted to a life with no fear of claws or teeth. Over time, it became the heaviest parrot on the planet, reaching weights of up to 4 kilograms. Its body is round and powerful. Its feathers are soft, thick, and moss green, dusted with yellow flecks, a perfect disguise among ferns, roots, and shadowed undergrowth. When the kakapo freezes, it almost vanishes. But while it looks built for the ground, it never lost its connection to trees. The kakapo cannot fly, but it can climb. Using its strong legs and beak, it scales tree trunks like a feathery mountaineer. And when it's time to come down, it doesn't leap, it drops, spreading its small wings to soften the fall in a slow, awkward glide. Its wings are useless for flight, but perfect for balance. The kakapo lives a strictly nocturnal life. As darkness falls, it awakens. It wanders silently through the forest, feeding on leaves, seeds, bark, roots, and fruit, especially the rimu tree, which plays a crucial role in its reproduction. By day, the kakapo becomes a statue. It relies entirely on stillness and camouflage, a strategy that once made it nearly invisible. But that strategy would later become its greatest weakness. And then there's the smell. Unlike any other parrot, the kakapo produces a strong, sweet, floral scent. Scientists believe it helps individuals recognize each other in the dark. To humans, it's pleasant. Flamingo, Phoenicanaeus minor. When you think of a flamingo, you imagine grace. Long legs. Soft pink feathers. A calm figure standing motionless in shallow water. But the lesser flamingo shatters that image. This bird is smaller, fiercer, and far more extreme than its elegant reputation suggests. Standing just 80 centimeters tall, nearly half the height of most flamingos, the lesser flamingo might seem delicate at first glance. But what it lacks in size, it overwhelms with color. Its feathers blaze electric pink, so vivid they appear to glow. Its eyes burn deep crimson, like embers set into its face. Seen under the African sun, the bird doesn't merely reflect light, it radiates it. This intensity is not decoration. It is chemistry. Lesser flamingos are found primarily across eastern and southern Africa, with smaller populations in India. Their chosen homes are among the harshest environments birds dare to inhabit, salt-saturated, alkaline lakes where the water can burn skin and few creatures survive. But here, the lesser flamingo thrives. Its color comes from microscopic algae, rich in carotenoids, that flourish in these hostile waters. The more algae it eats, the brighter it becomes, turning feeding into a direct act of self-creation. Its brilliance is literally built bite by bite. And the way it feeds is just as extraordinary. The lesser flamingo eats upside down. Thousands of birds feed together, stepping in slow, synchronized circles. The movement stirs algae upward, creating spiraling patterns across the lake's surface, a hypnotic ballet of pink bodies and rippling water, visible even from space. Despite their enormous numbers, sometimes millions moving as one, lesser flamingos are far more fragile than they appear. A species that looks abundant can decline silently. The lesser flamingo is a paradox. Small, yet overwhelming. Delicate, yet perfectly adapted. Beautiful. 4. Barn owl, Tyto alba. Its presence feels like an omen. A pale shape drifting through the darkness. Wings spread wide. Not a sound in the air. The barn owl does not announce itself. It appears. Its flight is so perfectly silent that even the night seems unaware of its movement. No wing beat. No whisper. Just a goose gliding between shadows. And then there is its face. A white, heart-shaped mask, smooth and expressionless, as if carved from porcelain. It doesn't look like the face of a bird, it looks like something watching from another world. Despite its eerie appearance, the barn owl is one of the most widespread birds on Earth. It lives on every continent except Antarctica, adapting to farmlands, forests, deserts, and even human structures like barns and abandoned buildings. But its true power lies in what you cannot see. That heart-shaped facial disc is not decoration, it is a precision instrument. Acting like a parabolic antenna, it funnels sound directly toward the owl's ears, which are positioned at slightly different heights on its skull. This asymmetry allows the barn owl to calculate exact distance, direction, and depth of sound. A mouse rustles beneath grass. A heartbeat in the darkness. A single footstep in total silence. The barn owl hears it all. Its wings are equally extraordinary. Their feathers have soft, fringed edges that break up airflow, eliminating turbulence and sound. The result is flight so silent the owl can strike prey without being detected, even at point-blank range. A predator that hunts by sound alone. Even its movements add to the mystery. Its eyes cannot move. To look around, it turns its head, up to 270 degrees, maintaining that unblinking, mask-like stare that has haunted human imagination for generations. The barn owl is a contradiction. Beautiful, yet unsettling. Mysterious, yet deeply practical. Otherworldly, yet essential to life on Earth. A ghost of the night. A silent Hun. 5. Nicobar pigeon, Calenus nicobarica. Forget everything you think you know about pigeons. This is not a city scavenger. This is not a bird of concrete and crumbs. The Nicobar pigeon looks as if it stepped straight off a high-fashion runway, dressed not in feathers, but in polished metal. Its body shimmers with iridescent green, electric blue, bronze, and gold, shifting with every movement. In sunlight, its plumage flashes like metallic armor, as if nature forged it rather than grew it. And beneath that beauty lies a haunting connection to the past. The Nicobar pigeon is one of the closest living relatives of the extinct dodo, a survivor from a vanished lineage. To see it today is to glimpse what the world once had. And what it has already lost. This remarkable bird is native to small, remote tropical islands across Southeast Asia, particularly the Nicobar archipelago. Unlike most pigeons, it spends much of its time walking confidently along the forest floor, searching for seeds, fruits, and fallen nuts. Its posture is calm. Almost regal. As if it knows it does not need to rush. When the Nicobar pigeon finally takes flight, the moment feels heavy, literally. Its flight is strong but awkward, and its wings produce a deep, resonant humming sound that echoes through the trees, announcing its presence before it disappears into the canopy. But this very lifestyle makes it vulnerable. Ground-dwelling habits leave it exposed to predators introduced by humans. Its islands are shrinking as deforestation clears ancient forests. And its striking appearance makes it a target for illegal wildlife trade. Once common across many islands, its numbers are now declining, quietly, dangerously. The Nicobar pigeon is not just beautiful. It is a living warning. A reminder of a species we lost forever, the dodo. And a reminder that this time, we still have a choice. A jewel of the forest floor. A survivor from another age. 6. Golden pheasant, Chrysolophus pictus. If the animal kingdom had a fashion runway, the golden pheasant wouldn't just stop the show, it would redefine it. This bird doesn't simply wear color. It commands attention. The moment it steps into view, reality seems to hesitate. As if nature abandoned restraint, ignored subtlety, and decided to create something purely spectacular. Its body burns with deep crimson red, rich and intense. Its head and flowing crest glow pure gold, shimmering like molten sunlight caught in motion. Around its neck, bold black and orange bands form a dramatic collar, layered, structured, almost like ceremonial armor worn by ancient warriors. And then there is the tail. Long. Elegant. Patterned with intricate, spotted designs that resemble hand-painted silk. In some males, this tail stretches twice the length of the body, trailing behind like a royal banner. Every step turns movement into spectacle. The golden pheasant doesn't look evolved. It looks designed. Native to the mountain forests of western China, this bird lives in dense, shadow-filled undergrowth where sunlight filters through leaves in broken flashes. The golden pheasant embodies one of nature's boldest contradictions. Extravagant, yet vulnerable. Flashy, yet shy. Dramatic, yet fleeting. A bird that looks too magnificent to be real. Yet slips silently into the shadows, leaving only color behind. Next. A bird of an entirely different presence. Where fire gives way to snow. Where brilliance becomes silence. The trumpeter swan. 7. Trumpeter swan, Cygnus buccinator. Silence often defines the wilderness. And then, a sound rises across the water. Deep. Resonant. Echoing like an ancient trumpet calling through time. Gliding effortlessly across northern lakes and wetlands, the trumpeter swan is the largest waterfowl in North America, a living monument of feathers and grace. Its wingspan can stretch over 2.5 meters, casting long shadows across still water. Its body is wrapped in pure white plumage, bright against dark forests and icy skies, while its long black neck curves with an elegance that feels almost ceremonial. But this bird is not delicate. It is powerful. Each slow wing beat moves massive air, lifting a body that can weigh more than 12 kilograms. When it takes flight, the water explodes beneath it, a thunderous reminder of its size. The trumpeter swan's call is unmistakable. Not a song. Not a whisper. But a low, trumpet-like honk that carries for kilometers, bouncing across frozen lakes and open valleys. For centuries, this haunting sound has echoed through North America's wildest landscapes, a voice of the untamed North. Yet there was a time when that voice nearly fell silent. In the early 20th century, trumpeter swans were hunted relentlessly for their feathers and meat. Wetlands were drained. Lakes were lost. Their numbers collapsed until fewer than 70 birds were known to exist in the wild. The species stood on the edge of extinction. What followed became one of conservation's greatest successes. Their lives are built on loyalty. Trumpeter swans mate for life, forming bonds that can last decades. Together, they defend territory, build massive nests from reeds and vegetation, and raise their young, known as cygnets, side by side. 8. Watsine, Episocomus hoazine. Imagine a bird so strange, so ancient, it feels like it has traveled straight from the age of dinosaurs. A living relic of a world long gone. This is the Watsine, a creature that defies everything you think you know about flight, evolution, and survival. At first glance, it is startling. A spiky, chaotic crest crowns its head. Its glowing red eyes pierce through the shadows of the swamp. Its feathers ripple in earthy tones, browns, creams, and rusty oranges, perfectly camouflaging it among mangroves, riverbanks, and dense tropical forests. But what truly sets the Watsine apart are its chicks. Hatchlings emerge with tiny, functional claws on their wings. Yes, claws. These prehistoric appendages allow them to climb branches and escape predators long before they ever attempt flight, a living echo of evolutionary history that connects them directly to ancient birds. And then there's its diet. The Watson is a leaf eater, but not just any leaves. It feeds almost exclusively on fermented foliage, using a highly specialized digestive system that works like a rumen in cows. This fermentation produces a potent, pungent odor, a natural chemical shield that keeps most predators at bay. Imagine a bird that smells like compost. Strange, yes. Brilliant, absolutely. Flight? Minimal. Rare. The Watson prefers to climb, crawl, and leap through branches, moving with surprising agility through the dense, shadowed forests it calls home. Every movement is precise, deliberate, a masterclass in survival for a creature that evolution chose to rewrite the rules for. The Watson is a living fossil, a haunting glimpse of a past that existed long before humans walked the earth. It is strange, it is ancient, and it is utterly unforgettable. It reminds us that nature still holds secrets older than time, and that evolution's most fascinating experiments are not just history, they are alive today. Strange. Ancient. Unbelievable. 9. Lyrebird, Menura novi hollandii. In the depths of Australia's ancient forests, a hidden performer waits. A bird so extraordinary, it can fool the ear and mesmerize the mind. Chainsaws. Car alarms. Camera shutters. Even human voices. The lyrebird can mimic them all, flawlessly. Each sound is captured and recreated with astonishing precision, as if the forest itself has become its stage. But the lyrebird is more than a master of mimicry. It is a composer, a choreographer, a showman. During courtship, the male transforms the forest floor into a grand theater. He fans his spectacular tail, shaped like an elegant lyre, a living musical instrument, and begins a complex dance, hopping, twisting, and vibrating his feathers in perfect rhythm. And while he dances, the forest comes alive. His mimicry layers atop nature's own soundtrack, the call of other birds, the rustle of leaves, the hum of distant machinery. To an unsuspecting listener, it is chaos. But to the female watching from the shadows, it is perfection, a symphony of sound and motion designed to captivate, seduce, and impress. The lyrebird's voice is not just entertainment, it is survival. The complexity and variety of its songs signal intelligence, skill, and strength, traits that ensure its genes live on. Each male is a virtuoso, each display a masterpiece, each performance a fleeting marvel of nature. It is a bird that turns mimicry into art, a creature that transforms ordinary sounds into an extraordinary concert. To witness a lyrebird in the wild is to experience a living orchestra, a reminder that in nature, creativity knows no bounds. Strange. Hypnotic. Unforgettable. The lyrebird is not just heard, it is felt, echoing through the forest long after the last note fades. 10. Harpy eagle, Harpia harpea. High above the emerald canopy of South America's rainforests, a shadow moves with terrifying grace. The harpy eagle, the undisputed queen of the skies, a living legend among raptors, glides silently between towering trees, a phantom of power and precision. With a wingspan stretching over 2 meters and talons larger than the claws of a grizzly bear, the harpy eagle is a predator unlike any other. Every movement is deliberate, every glide measured. Its massive feet, equipped to crush and hold, are perfectly designed to snatch monkeys swinging through the treetops, sloths clinging helplessly to the branches, and any creature foolish enough to enter its domain. Yet, for all its strength, the harpy eagle moves with astonishing subtlety. Its flight is nearly silent, a whisper of feathers against the wind. It blends seamlessly into the dappled shadows of the rainforest, a phantom hunter unseen until the moment it strikes. Speed, power, and stealth converge in a single, lethal form. The harpy eagle is more than a predator, it is a symbol. Rare. Majestic. Elusive. With fewer than 50 pairs remaining in some regions, every sighting is a miracle, a reminder of the rainforest's fragile balance and the enduring might of nature's most formidable hunters. Silent. Powerful. Rare. Legendary. To witness a harpy eagle in flight is to witness nature's ultimate raptor, a living emblem of strength, precision, and untamed beauty. A creature that rules the treetops, not with tyranny, but with the awe-inspiring authority of pure survival perfected over millennia. The harpy eagle is not just a bird. It is a myth made flesh, a queen with wings, a living legend soaring above the heart of the rainforest. 11. Resplendent quetzal, Pheromischris mossino. In the mist-shrouded cloud forests of Central America, a jewel glides through the emerald canopy. The resplendent quetzal, A bird so breathtaking, so ethereal, it seems like a living fragment of the sky itself. Its feathers shimmer with the impossible greens of sunlight filtering through rainforest leaves, blending with flashes of crimson that ignite its chest like liquid fire. The males carry long, flowing tail feathers, some stretching up to a meter, trailing behind them like banners of living silk. Every movement is poetry in motion, delicate, precise, and mesmerizing. But the quetzal is not just a spectacle of color. It is a symbol of freedom. Ancient Mesoamerican cultures revered it as sacred, a messenger between earth and sky, a guardian of the forest spirit. To see one is to witness a living legend, a creature that embodies both beauty and mystique. During mating season, the spectacle intensifies. Males display their long tail feathers with meticulous grace, hopping and fluttering among branches, their brilliant plumage catching the first rays of morning sun. Each movement, each flutter, is a carefully orchestrated performance, an irresistible invitation to the female, a dance of survival and desire. The resplendent quetzal is more than a bird. It is a living poem. A shimmer of paradise. A timeless marvel that reminds us why the natural world is worth protecting. Radiant. Elusive. Legendary. To glimpse a resplendent quetzal is to feel the pulse of the forest itself, a moment where reality blurs into wonder, and the soul of the wild speaks directly to you. 12. Shoebill, Balaeniceps rex. In the silent, misty swamps of East Africa, a prehistoric sentinel stands perfectly still, a guardian of waters that ripple under its watchful gaze. This is the shoebill, a bird so imposing, so otherworldly, it feels as if it has walked straight out of the age of giants. Despite its size, the shoebill's presence is ghostly, an eerie silhouette among the fog and lily pads. Locals call it the whale-headed stork, a name as fantastical as the bird itself. Its massive bill, broad, powerful, and shaped like a wooden shoe, dominates its face. With it, the shoebill can snatch fish, frogs, and even young crocodiles with a single, terrifyingly precise strike. Its piercing gray eyes seem to measure every movement, every ripple, calculating the world around it with chilling patience. Yet for all its power, the shoebill remains rare. Threatened by habitat loss and human intrusion, sightings are treasured moments, glimpses into a living fossil, a creature whose lineage has remained almost unchanged for millennia. The shoebill is not just a bird. It is a living monument to patience, precision, and the raw, untamed power of nature. It is silent dominance incarnate, a prehistoric ghost stalking the swamps, reminding us that evolution sometimes produces marvels that seem impossibly real. Silent. Deadly. Majestic. To witness a shoebill is to glimpse the ancient world, a place where time slows, where predators move like shadows, and where nature's design feels both terrifying and perfect. 13. Kakapo, Strigops haberptilus. Deep within the shadowed forests and misty mountains of New Zealand, a creature moves like a ghost among the ferns. The kakapo, a parrot unlike any other, is a living testament to evolution's boldest experiments. At first glance, it seems fragile, a moss-green body speckled with yellow, feathers blending seamlessly with the forest floor. But appearances deceive. This is the heaviest parrot in the world, weighing up to 4 kilograms. Flightless, it cannot soar through the sky like its kin, yet it thrives, navigating the forest with surprising grace. Its wings, though too small for flight, are powerful tools for balance, helping it climb trees, glide awkwardly from branches, and leap with precision. Even stranger, the kakapo emits a sweet, floral scent from its body, a perfume to humans, a risky fragrance in the wild. But in this dense, predator-free forest, it survives, relying on stealth, wit, and its extraordinary adaptations. The kakapo is critically endangered, with only about 250 individuals left in the world. Each one is known by name, each one monitored, protected, and cherished. It is a living relic, a bird that seems plucked from a prehistoric tale, a storybook creature that has survived centuries of environmental change and human encroachment. Slow. Strange. Gentle. Unforgettable. The kakapo reminds us that evolution can be both delicate and daring, and that even the most peculiar creatures have a right to walk, climb, and bloom in the wild places that remain. 14. Elegant trogon, Trogon elegans. In the dappled light of Central American forests, a flash of brilliance darts among the leaves. The elegant trogon is a bird that seems painted by sunlight itself, a living jewel suspended between shadow and shimmer. Its body is a riot of color. A vibrant emerald back catches the morning light, while a rich crimson belly burns like a hidden flame. Its wings are patterned with black and white bands, precise as if nature measured each stripe with exacting care. And its tail, Long, elegant, fanning like a silk banner, trails gracefully behind with every movement. But the elegant trogon is more than beauty. It is a master of concealment, a ghost in the trees, moving with stealth despite its flamboyant colors. It feeds primarily on fruits and insects, often remaining motionless for long stretches, letting sunlight illuminate its brilliance while it watches and waits. Courtship is subtle yet mesmerizing. The male presents his colors, shuffles closer to the female, and performs soft calls that blend into the forest symphony, a conversation of color and sound. Rare and delicate, the elegant trogon reminds us that nature does not always roar. Sometimes, it glows quietly, leaving the forest in awe of its splendor. Shy 15. Purple-breasted starling, Lampertornis purpureus. In the golden savannas and acacia-dotted skies of Africa, a spectacle unfolds with every flutter of wings. The purple-breasted starling is a living prism, its feathers shimmering like molten metal in the sun. Its plumage shifts from deep violet to electric blue, catching the light at every angle, while its bright yellow eyes burn like twin stars. It moves in synchrony with its flock, a dazzling wave of iridescence rolling across the savanna, a living kaleidoscope of motion and color. Vocalization is equally astonishing. The purple-breasted starling mimics other birds, adds whistles, chatters, and clicks, creating a layered soundscape that rivals the forest's natural symphony. Each call is a display of intelligence, social cohesion, and sheer performance artistry. These starlings are fiercely social. They move in cooperative groups, build intricate nests, and defend their territories with synchronized precision. Every movement, every chirp, every flash of metallic color reinforces a lesson: in the wild, beauty is survival, and survival is performance. Dazzling. Audacious. Unmissable. The purple-breasted starling is a reminder that even in open plains under endless skies, nature can still surprise, awe, and mesmerize, a shimmering marvel that turns every Thanks for watching. If you love mind-blowing facts and cinematic stories, subscribe now and join the UrTrendyBee community. New videos every week. Stay updated. Stay buzzed.